Hey there, I'm Kim Coleman. I'm here with Jason today. We're giving you a behind the scenes look on how we have conversations about developing for Paid Memberships Pro. We're about to release 3.0. This might be a video you watch after that, but part of 3.0 has been making sure that all of our add-ons are either marked to be compatible or marked incompatible for sites that have multiple membership levels per user. So we're going to explain a little bit about what that means, and then go through a conversation of how we would approach adding compatibility to our lock membership level. Let's start by getting an understanding. What is multiple memberships per user? What's coming in 3.0?
Multiple memberships per user. It's a mouthful. We abbreviate it MMPU, so sometimes we're saying that. Basically, it's maybe easier to understand it by thinking of the opposite, which is a lot of membership sites in a way where you can only have one membership level at it. Your Netflix subscription, depending on what tier you're priced into, that you're either free tier or ad supported or family plan, you only have one level at it. And so that's basically how Paid Memberships Pro has worked out of the box for years and years and years. Multiple memberships per user is basically now what it says. You want your members or your users to be able to have multiple membership levels. So in practice, that's often like a main level. So you're like free, paid, typical kind of gold, silver type plans. And then there's add-ons. So if you're kind of site that sells a lot of courses, each of your courses could have membership level, or different features of the site. If you're charging for access to your online community and then charging access for coaching, charging access for these other things, each of these could be a membership level, and then users can have multiple levels based on what they have access to.
Actually, your Netflix example is perfect because Amazon Prime also has a core video product, and then you can add on stars or different channels. So that actually
Netflix is one membership per level, Amazon Prime multiple memberships per level.
So we've been going through all of our add-ons and saying, like, how does this add-on work in the context of an environment where people might have a more Amazon Prime style with these add-on things? And one we kind of punted for the moment is our lock membership level per user. I'm going to explain that. You know what it is. You might not know what it is. So lock membership level says, if I was in that classic gold, silver, free tiers plan, right? When people sign up for gold, they have to stay a gold member for 12 months. I'm going to lock them as gold for 12 months, and then they have the ability to cancel. Or I could say lock them indefinitely. This was a problematic person in my community. I'm putting them on the free tier, and I'm going to lock them indefinitely. For this user's account, they can never upgrade, they can never change or buy something different in my site. Lock. So it allows time-based restrictions, a specific date even. You could say, we have a cohort of members, they all begin on June 1st, and we want them to be locked into membership until the 30th. Let's say it's a weekly membership, right? They at least have to participate through the end of the cohort, and then they can stay on longer. Unlock them on a specific date. So that's how it works, and it works really well in the style tiers because it's a way to do installment plan payments, make sure I get this much value from my member, or it's a way to do that punishment that you out of the community. So we're going to talk through. I haven't gotten Jason's head too much into this yet, so it's going to be maybe a little uncomfortable. We'll edit it down if there's large gaps of just... but how would we want that add-on to work in the context of a multiple membership setup? Does it help to start by explaining how we solved this problem for the nav menus add-on? Or do you recall how we solved it for nav menus?
That might be helpful.
Yeah.
So tell me.
Yeah, nav menus says this is the navigation menu in your WordPress site. You have a primary menu, home, about, features, blog, yada yada. Nav menu says, oh no, once you're logged in as a member, I want this custom menu to replace the default menu for non-members. And when we thought, how does that work when you have multiple levels? If I'm gold and I'm also, 1 hour dog walking per month level, which menu should I see? So we introduced a filter that lets you prioritize which menu to show first. So if I have level 1 and level 10, and they both have a menu, I could filter in and say, the 10 menu is the most important one to show somebody. They have both 1 and 10. So show 10 and then leave. Show 10 and that's what they see. We're not trying to mash up level menus to show both, to filter, say what are the unique links among these? Let's show them all. We're just saying, what is the priority of the levels levels menus,
Yeah.
show that one first and then quit.
And then
So that's our solution there.
as we move to like full site editing, that kind of solves
Oh,
it. You just edit the menu and use the built-in block tools.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway,
yes.
yeah, thanks for that primer. And I think sometimes there are patterns between the add-ons, like the same that works here. And I like that we're recording one of these videos because it was like 10 years ago we tried to do multiple memberships per user in core Paid Memberships Pro as version 2. And we tried and we're like, oh, this is really complicated. And then everyone was upset that we didn't do it. And this is kind of why. Is like once you the restriction that there's only one level per user, kind of like what is intended in this case. And it's not always clear. Sometimes it's clear. It's like easy. Like it actually, some of it is just supported, like thought in advance. The core plugin handles a lot of cases out of the box. And then some kind of doesn't even make sense at all. And some, you know, you got to fix cases. I'll throw another wrench towards you because when I thought about this before, one of the problems with moving this plugin to MMPU support is that it does primarily two things.
Yeah.
And each of those are a little different. And adding MMPU support in each of those cases be a little.
When I was explaining lock membership level, I said, oh, you know, it's great for installment plans. So you can like force people to stay through X months, or those bad people that you want to never allow to upgrade. Those are the two things you're talking about, right?
Yeah. And I think it's cool. We have some of these like utility plugins where they were made someone needed this. I forget which came first. Maybe they needed to lock someone out.
I think it was us.
We're like, hey, hired a user, we don't want them to log back in. And so we make, hey, you check the box that user's not allowed to like change. And then I think either we realized or other people realized like I can use this locking mechanism to do something like this, like cancel. So they're paying their 12 months. We're like one of our values is like it works, like ship it, you know, like so we're not holding back. We're sharing plugins that are early, share GIFs, we share things like you can. It's like hey, exactly how you want it, and so we're not holding back. And so anyway, we got to the situation where people are using this plugin for multiple things, and I think at this point, if we really want to make these plugins like a little more mature and handle different scenarios, we might need to split them. So we might need to tackle the use cases one by one. And kind of sadly, maybe some of the people, hey, you keep using lock membership, it doesn't break, but you want MMPU support. There's a second plugin now called Payment Plans is already like a name we run better.
And billing limits is built into core now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So billing, yeah. So maybe we could actually, I mean, at the very least, we could do each of these in order. And actually, one plugin still supports them, then we one plugin. But it makes it hard to market these as we try to like sell.
Or you can do this, or you can do that.
Yeah.
I agree.
What's the landing page? Yeah, and especially it's just like either like keep people on your site or put them away. It's like it does two different things.
A thing I've been thinking with MMPU compatibility in general is that not everyone will be using Paid Memberships Pro like Amazon. Most people might keep using Paid Memberships Pro like Netflix. Free, silver, gold, bronze, platinum, whatever, distinct tiers of membership, and no one will ever hold more than one. And I think it would be nice if lock membership levels stayed the way it was for people whose sites had that exact setup. One group of levels that are one per in that group.
I agree. So whenever possible, don't confuse people, majority of people.
Right.
And then at the same time, if they do add a group of levels, the UI for this to change so abruptly, that, like they're confused. I've been like really high level, drill into the UI.
Let's do it.
So something that could work.
And I can pull up while we're here.
Sure,
I'm going to pull up a thing. Lock membership changes for this user. Okay, it is still here.
So eventually this will go into.
So the developer context here is that in 3.0, we move member management to a distinct edit member screen, which is this. But add-ons that used to hook into just the show user profile, edit user profile, WordPress hook will still have some settings that show up here. Depends where add-ons were hooking to.
I mean, ideally, there's
this
like
one was hooked into here.
1 month left of like oddity where as we're rolling over all the add-on. If you upgrade your add-ons,
it's February 8th, 1 month left. March 8th. No.
If everything's up to date, it should move this to. But here it is for now. I just want to to think about it. So you check like, hey, then change their level, and you can
never on a specific date.
Yeah. So.
And I guess while we're here, that's how it works on single user, and just for completeness. Yeah, it's not.
Edit a level. Can you edit a level and say, hey, people this level don't?
Oh, I guess what I was saying is kind of true. This warning is shown because you have a more than one level group or level. I bet this warning doesn't show if you just.
Yeah, if you only have one group.
Not an MMPU type environment. Cool. So if you edit an individual level, you can also set up block setting like here after a time
period. So it means whenever people first get this level, they get locked in, and then they. So this is kind of that secondary use case, which is, hey, just don't. So do you want to talk about the locking a user out?
Yeah, let's talk.
Or even just generally, I had thought when you bought the user, I was thinking about the user UI.
Okay. If I was
lock their membership level changes.
Lock membership level changes for the user.
Yeah. When you check that box, it could say like which level.
Yeah.
Or which level group.
Which level groups. Which levels.
Or this could become a setting that we don't really, that area is so tight.
That area.
But do you need to unlock groups at different times? If you have a multiple memberships per user group, you probably want to be able to add. This really is. Well, actually, you're trying to lock them. That's the thing too. It's like if you're locking.
Okay, we're talking about locking them out.
Yeah.
They're yucky. They're uninvited.
Yeah.
Uploaded spam to your forum.
And
they don't meet the requirements. Whatever. They were a bad community member.
And it basically set their level.
All levels, all time.
Or your free level. Sometimes we send them to the free level, and then
we do that because we have like documentation. We don't want to be total asses. And no, you can't even read docs now. Ha ha.
And all we know is they're just a new one, and they'd have to pay again.
It's not a total fail.
It usually works. I feel rare.
It works because they are logged into their current account. Then they're like, I'll just buy it again. And then they try, and then they get that warning. And then they're like,
yes. No.
They can recreate an account, but I think then they just feel really salty.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, they really
and then it really works. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I think like a lock from anything changing.
Lock them out. Yeah. Like, oh, no. Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's like, don't change any levels.
And it's not just change.
And they unlock at a certain time. So in 3 months, then they can change their levels or add or remove.
Oh, that's like kind of putting them in timeout.
Yeah. So maybe just by default, any change at all.
Any change at all. And it's not just, if they had no levels, a change would be adding one. If they have 10 levels, a change would be canceling one, adding a new one, setting one to expire.
And you could say like, which groups
anything.
Does this apply to? You want it, then it's like,
this could expand.
They can change their main level, but they can't add on or change their add-on their main level. And that might be over. So like lock their membership level.
Mm-hmm.
But just say which groups all, drop down some, which one, unlock when, never, drop down date. Be like which group all. But only show that if you. So lock the membership level groups all unlock one. So by default, you just can't. But if you wanted I actually don't.
We don't have to support per level.
Like what's the per groups? Yeah, I don't. Per level makes sense. Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Like in our site, right? They're free. We downgraded them to free. We refunded them. We locked them. You can't get a premium plan again, but we'll let you buy a one-off course.
It's like it's hard.
Depends how heinous you were like.
Yeah,
I want them nowhere near me, and I don't want their money ever again.
I think it's not always like salty like that. It could just be.
It's also good for don't let people cancel their free level. If all you had was a free level, could you hacky use this to just prevent people from canceling a free? Yeah.
Just. Yes, I mean that use case where usually you want to. that group for
Wait for people to ask for it.
Because you know, I so say wait for people to ask for it. Just being lazy, just coding it. We're struggling to come up with the use
We
case.
can't even
We need the
understand
use
why
case.
that's useful.
And maybe
Yeah.
the use case is, maybe it is important for a group. Okay, so does that actually then just solve for well? Okay, when you get this the levels, when you get this level, so I think it's different.
It's different.
When you get the level
every
sense, it's
level.
for just that level. It's like, hey, just don't let them cancel that.
Yeah.
That's what you really mean by, or don't let within the group let them change the group.
Within the group. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes more sense to me.
settings is like don't let them change.
If I'm in the gold, silver, bronze group and I wanted to lock people who signed up for gold for 3 months because it was like some kind of front-loaded pricing thing, I think within the group makes sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect the settings of this levels in this group to affect the add-on buy.
And that also is like the way subscriptions work is within.
Yes, subscriptions cancel and change, so it actually the group impacts itself.
There's another thing we do by gist on our site. We have this thing where it's like, actually every time it happens, I get an error email, and then like, why is this? But if people try to downgrade the free, we show a warning. We're like, whoa, like your paid level has access to everything in the free level. You can try to down, and it really is just they might have stumbled upon some piece of content that it is marked for paid people but not for free, and so
they
they're
thought,
like, I have to be free to get it, or maybe they were logged out and they're like, I have to be free, and then they went to log in and it like
redirects them to
check out,
redirect them,
and then it's like, hey, what were you trying to do? Like you know, to pay for free. Is that kind of related to this? So, like, no, I think
I got scared that you were talking about prevent people from downgrading, and I was like,
but that's kind of what I'm like.
But I wouldn't want to free people to be locked from upgrading in the same level group per se, right? Yeah.
It gives you a message that says cancel, and then you can level. So you can't if you check out, it basically is. But we only do it for free.
Okay.
Maybe we should do it for the cheaper levels too, because it's like, I guess people want it. There is a use case where they should downgrade the free.
And there's a use case where you have an expiration and you want to.
Or maybe they think that like, oh, I just free check out for free first.
Oh, okay.
But it's related. It's kind of like, hey, we're like, that's some custom code we use to keep it from changing on.
Okay.
So it's like,
True.
how is that? This also is kind of, is there other stuff?
This kind of lock is less related to like get them out.
This is keep them in.
This is keep them in.
If you're editing a level, so it's like, hey, get this level, you can restrict within grade, and it would just work. It's really just so that right now when you change membership, so it's updating our code says change membership level, and it should be like, you can do the group in the level they're checking out for group level. So it's not even UI.
It's not a group that they don't
have.
But
there's just like, how do you explain it to?
I think if it's a multiple group, we shouldn't offer the lock.
Okay, yeah, so yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So I'm in a group right now that's one level per user. That's the Netflix. We keep coming back to that. I think it's good we have an analogy. Then you can also create a group that's a multiple. It's a group of levels that people can hold any number of. They can hold all of them if they want. It's like that a la carte plans kind of thing. You would. I would
defeats the purpose of the MMPU-ness of the group. It's like, we'll see. People
get really crazy.
I can only have 2 or 3 or 2. Yeah. Say so.
Jinx. I can't think why you would have.
You want them to be able to cancel it. So
you might as well, yeah.
But you can't cancel. There's like a one-time fee.
This level.
Yeah,
this level.
The course levels for that. So it's like when you get this level.
That's really the distinction. Is this level, or is it a group-based or level-based restriction? That's kind of what we're getting to. It's individually this
Yeah.
level-based restriction, you could lock the individual levels changes, or you could lock in relation to the group.
Yeah. So, if you check out for another level with non-MMPU group, if you check out for another level in that group, it's going to try to cancel this level. So
It has
there's
to.
a relationship. That's like the definition of
Sure.
yeah. So it shouldn't let you check out for another level in this group because that means it would have to cancel this
It would
one.
have to cancel this one.
If it's an MMPU group, you know, like you say, hey, you can't change this level. That just means you just can't cancel. You can add other groups if it doesn't
Yeah.
affect. Like, so that's it. As long as it doesn't, like any check, when you check out, it's affect this level and keep them.
Keep them from checking out. Then the wording has to change here, but the
Yeah,
spirit,
wording is
wording's probably the toughest part, but it is.
yeah. Like when checking out, yeah, it will affect a locked level.
Then why does it ever make sense to lock one level in a one per group? You would want all of them, so it should
Well,
be
it
on
just-
the group.
Yeah, you probably would.
Why would you like? Well, I have
Oh,
beginner,
maybe- no,
advanced,
well,
and professional, but you can't. You can.
but you can have free, paid. In the free, you can do whatever you want. You want to be able to upgrade.
You want to be able to upgrade, but you don't want.
Yeah.
Okay, so that if you had a level one
So,
per with
yeah.
4 levels of free and 3 paid off, you'd
Yeah.
lock all the.
Yeah.
You'd lock all the paid guys. Leave the free one free. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be on the group. And whatever, if people have to edit, they'll be like, I have 30 levels in that group. We'll be like, why'd you do that? Sorry, sit down, grab a cup of tea,
I know.
edit 29 levels, you'll be fine.
It was like
Once it's done, it's done.
our site. But imagine we had courses.
Mm-hmm.
They're
They're going to have courses.
Actually, I thought
They
it
have
was okay.
courses.
So imagine we could meet like online communities to chat.
Mhm.
So a business I heard works really great for that is to like let everyone in for free, 6, 12 months for free,
Okay.
and then charge them, and then start.
Grease the wheels, get the all value bought in.
Yeah.
And-
yeah.
Okay.
So you could. Oh, I think I would be inclined to like
Pay any time.
month 2, 3, whatever. Like you should leave. I just want to leave. You change the.
Or you want to.
Yeah, but
upgrade.
man, maybe like, hey, yeah.
But like introductory
But if it
pricing.
was pricing, so it's like, hey, it's $1 a month for 12 months,
Mhm.
and it won't let you change your level for 12.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, now you can change your level by real. Or it's gonna up. It's gonna. Yeah, I got you. So it's $1 per month for 12 months, and we don't want you to change your level in that month. Like mess up the proration and all that stuff. It's like you're getting $1. Like, you paid $12.
The user error. Yeah.
Like you need that $12. And then on month 12, it's gonna warn you, charge you $100 a month, and then like.
Yeah, it's 11 months of lock and unlock, and then
So we would have like a
Yep.
community.
talk. Okay.
We would have a group for the community. It would be other than addition to your main level. Probably gonna have one member. Like payment.
Oh,
So one
okay.
is like just maybe there's like even a group level in there because like, hey, you're buying it for you. So the levels in that group community levels are
one per.
one per.
Okay.
You're like, here's to buy, just like lifetime, you're in, or the trial. And when they're in the trial, they buy life. Or maybe we do. Maybe we lock everyone in there.
We lock
We lock the
lifetime.
whole group.
Yeah.
But maybe the monthly one is locked. So if it's okay, yeah. So lifetime would be locked. This trial thing would be locked. Then there's like paying monthly.
couldn't.
Don't paying monthly.
When would we even
You're
let
free to-
you?
It doesn't make sense. Like within a group, like you have to edit all the. It's a group setting. But-
Per level? Yeah.
I could see use cases too, where a lot of times it's like, hey, I want this whole group to work this way.
We could give you a database script.
In general, we're going to have these like cascade. Like there's going to be a demand for cascading options. It's like I want to set this for the whole group and log it to the level.
Yeah, Lifter LMS has that. Like it's like they often cascade, but then sometimes they haven't cascaded, and now we're adding cascade. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got.
What does it mean? But
But
we've always
almost
just
any
been,
of these level settings would be like, just an approve whole group. That's
yeah.
the application you want to add. It's like, hey, sorry, you have 10 levels. You got to edit all.
Point in time. And you're sure what you're doing, because
Yeah.
more often than not, somebody would be like, oh, wait, but not my free one. Of course. Why would I lock my free one?
Yeah.
And then you're like, see?
Yeah. I think at some point we're going.
Use these settings to keep members from canceling.
The wording's already fucking it.
Yeah.
Change it.
Gosh. Yeah. It wasn't that I thought they were incompatible. I think it was just like we have to discuss what compatibility means.
Yeah. I think the key here was like with improve. So if you say, or no, actually the key here is like extract, checking out for this level affect any lock level.
Yeah. Does
So that handles all the, and then like the UI
work this way? If I lock this one,
the adding the, or just saying this lock, yeah, all the locks. If you lock a user, it's all levels. If you lock a level, it's like any lock. So actually, the fact that happens is like you kind of want to be able to lock users. You unlock, change their level.
Yeah. The admin has to manually
Yeah, the
do
admin
it.
can't just like unlock.
Oh, I didn't probably set up the membership locked page.
Actually, that might be. What if a user checks out for? Is it like saving those things in the same setting? That's gonna be a problem.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So when you check out for a level, it's like,
oh, we have to serialize the
all
setting.
these settings are in the same.
True, it's my meta.
Yeah.
I just tested that setting. I checked out for a level that has a lock for 12 days, and it just detaches me from my level at that point. So yeah, we have to update it to save like what level ID, what date, or what time frame. Okay.
Yeah. So when you edit a user and you're like, what did they lock for? They might be locked for a specific.
Might be locked for a few things.
Yeah. So you have to show all the levels are locked for. Each level has its own expiration.
It has to become part of the
like
membership screen. It has to be here, probably.
Yeah, it'd be which a table of levels and their locks, and then
oh yeah, just like 2 steps. You're removing locks in 1 step, which it currently is. If I wanted to change, if I wanted this person, send them to
send them an email, sets up the rule that forwards their email trash.
If I wanted to give myself a different role right now, admin, it would work.
Oh, admin should be. Yeah, what happened? Level. You have to unlock it.
See. You just
go edit the user at least. I guess they're still locked. An admin and still they just
took my lock away.
It's smart.
So
all right, so from the key inside. Check out. Can I lock this level?
Hmm.
Is check this any lock level? I think the UI is like you could show like level lock for it. Oh, that's weird. And then go on it
because it could be
that's like right.
the lock.
Yeah. But I think we need to maintain when you're looking at a user like lock for all levels.
Oh, okay.
Or some levels. Or it's kind of like, or maybe like if you're looking at this page, it's kind of like button like lockdown for all users, all levels. Or maybe like when you already add a lock level, all. You know, that's like a special. Otherwise.
Okay. There'll be a lock panel.
Yeah.
You know, this user is has no membership.
Yeah. And we still have this kind of like marketing. Actually, there's like a case, like just someone on both your side. I'm like, I'm gonna plug in and give it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and then like, a use case needs it more than another. It can have the same.
What would you call one and the other? What would you call it? Like
I just don't have a good name.
gatekeeping?
One I would do like locking people out.
Locking people out.
And the other use case of blocking really is
like block user. Block and lock.
Level change. I think the lock level change is a bad name. It's really like I'm really trying to.
You're trying to lock it in. That's where that comes from.
Trying to from canceling.
Advanced cancellation.
It's like certain kinds of payment plan.
Yeah, because even
we can make it a feature of the payment plan. So you could have payment plans, but then I'm like, all right, that plugin does too. So it's having like different pricing for the same level that does. And then another thing you can do is part of it adds to all level prices, like the billing limit, like actually. Maybe it's just a feature of billing.
I guess what I worry about with that is that
it's a different thing. It's like
I worry about that because it's not actually it's actually out of our control.
Yeah, that's the thing too. They can do it
PayPal. So it gives a false sense of it falsely promises.
But even I mean, yeah, there's lots of things where you just have to.
Don't let people cancel ever.
There has to be a name for it. And
well, like that's ChatGPT.
Just 3 easy payments of $19.99. You know, you're buying your knives. Easy payment. 3 easy payments. Oh, what it was like? I pay later. Layaway.
No, that's like something only old people know what layaway is.
Installment plans. PMPro installment plans.
Deferred payment. Split payment.
Split. I like installments and 3 easy installments.
Yeah, but it doesn't always mean it's done. It just means like, okay, like think of the person who had they send you a wig as an onboarding thing.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to make sure that she recouped the cost of that initial gift across the membership, but it was like $100 now and then $50 per month. Yeah. But like she wanted people to have to stay for 3 months.
So proration was weird. Yeah.
It's not really. When I hear installment plan, I think I pay X times and then I don't pay it anymore.
Yeah.
Not I pay less.
Or I pay X times and then I pay more or less. We've had it's a model for people who do day trading and stock trading
because it includes software and stuff.
It's kind of the opposite. They want to get
cheaper.
Yeah, or they start making. It's like, hey, you learn. It's really cheap, like free. Pay you something to make sure you're serious. And I teach you how to make money. And then now you're making $1,000 a month day trading. So give me some of it. Yeah. So, and ideally, or you failed. Yeah. So they always wanted that, like, it's $100 for the first month, and then it's $1,000 a month. And in that first, yeah, so that's, but it's like, if it's the opposite, or even if it's $100 a month, it's like, it's $100. I need them to stick out.
Need them to stick it out. Yeah.
It's really $300. I didn't want to try. But that's the thing, that it is installment plans. It's like, even if it's installment and then there's some other leg of the subscription, it's like, really want $300. So if it was an installment plugin, you have a section like the pricing, and then it would be like, hey, like the first 3 installment
membership cancellation.
Like installment plans, it was like, don't allow this user to change its level of room.
We have
I know you're saying you don't like that. You think it 3 easy install?
Not introductory pricing.
I mean, you can do that with just in different ways, and you could do an introductory installment and then something. But installment is
getting you
I'm
started.
Splitting payment in 3 periods, and that's why you can't change.
Yeah. What other use cases for you can't change are there?
So installments, and then like lock them out. Okay, so the other one is kind of approvals. Has you're in like a submission. There's a level
but not
to apply,
active.
application level, and then you can get into other levels.
Mm-hmm.
You get approved, denied. The approvals kind of him.
It's not based on time.
Yeah, no. But sometimes people want. That's like thing of approvals. They want like the card, and then they want to charge them only if they get approved, not if they don't. That's just tricky.
Yeah. Pre-authorization.
Yeah, what they do is they sign up, and then in a month it charge them, and they have 1 month to do the approval and deny them.
I like that.
I mean, it's like a month, but
do your job. Okay. I'm still not sold that we have to separate them, but
get this level lock for some. Is there?
So what do we call the other one? We call that bad people.
For lock.
Keep it called locks for at the user level. Just at the
block. Yeah, actually, a whole plug around like block people in certain ways.
Yeah.
Banning, soft banning, moderation stuff.
People would like it
in place, maybe. Yeah, what the other use cases would a little bit? I guess we'll be talking down. Where it's free and you shouldn't. I mean, it's free. Weird.
Do we beat this one to death?
I think we're good.
Good.
I mean, write them in the.
Yeah, and I don't think it has to. ASAP.
Pretty sure, wise, we can make it work, and each case makes kernel sense. It works as 3.
Yeah.
We do this, and then we're like, hey, people are getting confused. So I'm. Cool.
That was a behind-the-scenes look at how we talk through our product, how we talk through what we're going to change and do. We've really changed the landscape with 3.0. Merging the multiple memberships per user add-on into core is having this trickle-down effect that we have to make sure that all of our add-ons are either compatible or it's clear what compatibility looks like. So thank you for staying with us. I hope you felt like you were here in our office having a lively debate and a lively conversation. If you have a better name for these add-ons, post a comment. We would love it. We appreciate any marketing branding help that you'll provide. Okay. Fun to do.